Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. Today we've got a couple little topics to go through, starting off with the biggest one of the two. Let's move straight into it. We're taking a look at this article by Sport Witness saying agent pushes for Chelsea this summer, advocating his client moves to Blues £35 million or euro, deal on the table. And as you can see mentioned down below, it's Kalidou Koulibaly. His agent is pushing for Chelsea and Barcelona as he eyes a move away from Napoli. Basically, it goes on to say that he wants to win a title outside of Italy and is looking to England or Spain as his next destination. He's not giving up and he wants to take Napoli away from Koulibaly away from Napoli this summer. That's basically the entire article, and then further down you can see there's a mention of 35 million euros in there. So 35 million euros. Pretty cheap for a defender, considering Chelsea are going to have to overhaul this defence in the next year. Now, let's take a look. I use SofaScore for the stats and stuff like that I'm using. As you can see, obviously he is a senior player. He's 30 years old, so you're not getting one that's built for the future and is going to be here for the next 5 to 10 years. He is definitely depending on, of course, his fitness and stuff like that, which we'll take a look at, a player for the foreseeable future, the next 2-3 years, maybe further. I don't know. I'm not sure if he's going to do a Thiago Silva and play till he's 40, which is the plan, currently 37, but we'll see. I'm sure you're all pretty aware of him. As you can see, plays centre back. Strengths are ground duels and ball control. Weaknesses are his discipline, so yellow cards and potentially red cards more likely with him. Up the top right here, you can see his average SofaScore rating for this season. In the Serie A, 7.19, which is a very good average rating. Taking a look at the elite level in the Champions League, performed very well, a 7.20. And this is of course from a couple seasons ago, but that is the latest that we have for Napoli. So, you know, Serie A a little more up to date, but this guy has performed on the top level in the Champions League. So he got good performances against Liverpool, RB, is that Leipzig or Salzburg? I'm not sure, one of the two. Generally a very strong player. So 26 appearances, started all 26, averages 89 minutes. He's not the kind of guy that's in and out of the team, going to be rotated every 60-70 minutes. He'll play the full game, which is what we want. Scored 3 goals, so not too bad. 2 assists to his name as well, with 10 clean sheets. That's a pretty key one for me. Obviously that's dependent on the team and stuff like that as well, but generally is pretty good. Total duels won is about 60%, ground duels won 62%, very strong numbers generally here. And here you're seeing 5 yellow cards and 1 red card. We haven't had many red cards, so bringing a player like this in could potentially be an issue, but I don't think seriously that would be. His summary in the last 12 months, you can see here his injury record. So he missed quite a good chunk of December, pretty much all of it, and then starting off in like January, it looks like he was injured a little bit as well. So he had 2 little injury periods, but other than that, has been fine. And you can see his average rating for each of these months is very strong, very strong. You can see this year they were in the Europa League. Didn't have the best of performances in the Europa League this season. Napoli 6.79 for him. AFCON did very well, and for the World Cup qualifiers did decent. So you're looking at a player here that I'm sure most people are very well aware of him, but diving into those stats, a consistent player that's going to be playing at the top level, definitely capable of it, seeing what Napoli did in the 2019-20 season in the Champions League, but more recently in the Serie A, been doing very well. Personally for me, this is a very obvious yes. You're looking at about £30 million to bring him to Chelsea. Yes, it's another old defender, but 30 isn't too bad. I feel like a lot of these players are going till they're, maybe you'll start to see a drop off around 34, 35, but this is some key experience that we need to get in the team, given that we're losing Rudiger, Christensen, which I'm not all that fussed about, and Azpilicueta. So this to me is a no-brainer. We sign Koulibaly, try to bring in Jules Koundé, promote Levi Colwill from, when he's done with his loan at Huddersfield, who are through to the playoff finals, by the way. Be watching that one if you want to see how Levi Colwill does in that game. Has been performing very well at Huddersfield. So next season the defence could be consistent of Trevor Chalobah, Levi Colwill, Koulibaly, Jules Koundé, potentially more. We've seen Chelsea linked with other players, so we'll see how it goes. But the future does look quite bright. It's overhauling the defence, which you never really know how it's going to go, but I'm thinking we'll be okay, and Koulibaly will be a great addition to our team. So I wanted to go over this story then. As you can see here, Robert Lewandowski, Premier League side, offered Bayern Munich striker. Now I did a video on this recently, and basically saying that Chelsea have been offered, I think it's 3 times now. I saw in a few other articles that Chelsea have been offered him 3 times, and every time have pretty much gone nah, which is mental to me. Given that if he wanted to move to Chelsea, think of the goals he's scoring, man. Like, this guy is an elite striker. Would the number 9 curse affect him? Potentially, but a very elite striker for Bayern Munich. But further down in this article, you don't need to really read the rest. It's potentially he's moving to Barcelona, but he hasn't decided yet. Arsenal, Chelsea, Man United and Tottenham have all been advised about Lewandowski's situation, but as it stands, none have taken the matter any further, with all 4 sides still building their plans for the summer transfer window. So it doesn't necessarily say they're not going to do it, but it does say they're building their plans. So they're in the process of figuring out, okay, what are our main targets? Who do we have to get? Who would be a nice addition to the squad? Are there any youngsters that we're looking to bring in and maybe send out on loan? Whatever the plans may be. That's basically where we're at. Chelsea currently not looking like they're going to go for Lewandowski, which it's a shame considering the kind of numbers he's putting up. But you never know. Maybe he would flop in the Premier League. We saw Lukaku putting up great numbers in the Italian league and then drop off when he came to the Premier League. In the Bundesliga, we saw Timo Werner putting up great numbers and then flop when he came to the Premier League. Lewandowski probably is, a level above, but you never really know. Maybe it wouldn't work out. And we've been linked with this guy how many times over the years? Like, it feels like every season, every other season, Chelsea are getting linked with Lewandowski, and in the end, nothing ever happens. So it's very possible that this does happen again this year, but it does show that there is some proof that every time we're linked with him, it's possible that we have been actually linked with him, because his agent is offering him out, and Chelsea have just been saying no all these times, which looks like it might be a mistake, given the kind of numbers Lewandowski has been capable of putting up over the past few years. But that is going to be the end of the video, guys. If you did enjoy, please leave a like on it, subscribe so you stay up to date with all the future videos, notifications on so that you never miss any of them. If there's any news that you want me to cover, if there's anything you want to let me know down in the comments down below, please do. We can have a chat down there. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.